I don't have my data speeds have been dramatic. But and I went to do this through my Lens Binge channel, which is dedicated to Black life in America and all over the world of music. But um, it's not ready for me to go live yet. So I just had to do it through here. And I'm like, okay, well, this is my music channel. So, I mean, technically, this does make sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and record it here. And if anybody joins in, then that's cool. But I'm really just recording this so that it can be recorded. But, well, actually, that other situation was totally different. That was about Ghana. So, and what I don't like about that. But so actually, this is a video I haven't recorded yet. So long story short, this is about the Aiden Ross Wack 100 situation. I have heard Wack 100's name throughout the years, like for a while. I figured that he was like a radio or talk show personality or something like that, and it seems that is the case. Apparently, there's a podcast or something with Aiden Ross or something, and Aiden and like other people have like allegedly they've slept on his couch. They thought that they were buddies. They thought that they were friends. Wack 100, and he didn't see this coming from like a mile away. And he was apparently on hiatus or something, and then he came back and wound up in this situation. My take on this is very short and sweet. I don't know if it's too sweet, but long story short, I don't like this. And it's not for the reason of, oh, I feel so bad for Wack 100. I feel bad for us as people as a whole because white supremacy has messed us up so much so that we keep seeing white people as the standard, the golden standard. Why is Aiden Ross speaking with and on the level of a Wack 100? I thought Wack 100 was pretty big. I mean, I have to look into him. I probably should have done it for this video. But like, just the fact that I know your name and I don't keep up with stuff like that means that you're big. Now, some could argue that he's big because he's partnered with Aiden Ross. I'm not denying that, or whoever he's partnered with. But like, my thing is, why didn't you take your money? You've been with them for a minute. Why didn't you take your money and get your own situation together? Especially if it's just a fucking podcast. Anybody can do a podcast. So it's very disappointing. It's very disheartening to see that we are so caught up in this white hysteria, this, white perfection, white exaltation, that we keep putting these people on platforms and that they should not have, that they should not have. Why do you have a platform as a white guy who doesn't rap, who doesn't have that kind of talent, who literally is racist as shit and sexist as shit and talks about everybody and this is who you all, this is who we as Black people are propping up. And I know that they get the majority of the numbers from white people and other people who, also culturally appropriate our ish, but it is something else when you look at all of the Black people who support these people who are literally just like using our content to get rich and famous and looking down upon us while they're doing it. Like it's like, this guy from the UK who's like he wears glasses and he's gotten like so and so tattooed on him, some rapper who killed a whole bunch of people tattooed on him. It's like that, like, and he just does documentaries all the time about these individuals and stuff, and he's just so into the gang wars in Chicago and Detroit and all that other stuff. It's just ridiculous because it's like y'all are literally like before, back in the day that I come from, millennial, back in the day, they would come into our communities and infiltrate our communities to get that information. They would have to send in spies, they'd have to do COINTELPRO. Now we literally are just welcoming them in and telling them about all of these things and allowing them to be on the same level as us and at the same par with us in spaces where they couldn't even hit a single bar, a single rung on the ladder of success. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm just sick of seeing, and then to see grown men on here bitching and complaining about this dude. Like, this dude is like 12. Aiden Ross is 12 years old. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I know he's not actually 12. But what is wrong with who are basically kids? The keys to the castle. Kids, the keys to the castle. I just don't understand it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know what to tell y'all because y'all are so quick to hear something coming from a white person, see something coming from a white person, and immediately jump on that shit. But when it's coming from black people, we don't want to support, we don't want this, we don't want that. And somehow these white people keep bubbling up to the top. And I know that it's also because if we give them any support, they're definitely going to rise to the top because they already have that machine behind them and all these white people and non-black people behind them and black people. But like, whereas we don't get that because of discrimination and people just don't like black people. So they just like what we do. So meanwhile, while they're taking from us, you allow them to come in and continue to get more. It's crazy. It's like you caught somebody stealing from your stash and then you offer them more. Like, what? At what point are we going to realize we got to start our own stuff, get our own businesses, and we can't trust them people out here? Y'all think it's racist, and I struggled with that for a minute too. Like, is it racist for me to be suspicious and wary of white people? And it's like, no, it's not. It's literally just intelligent. It's intelligent. No one would look at the history of this country, of this entire world, and say it's not an intelligent decision to be wary of white people. The end, honestly. Now, how do I end this? I wanna welcome to the live chat. Remember, incorporate privacy. I wanna press the X button, but I'm scared.